So energy efficient basketball, it's all about functionality, efficient use of time, preventing injury, practicing only the most functional lifts. So today I'm starting to roll out a new kind of workout, Olympic lifting and lowering, which is very important, and it's like just the most functional thing you can do. So like Olympic lifts are front squats, back squats, pull, clean, and jerk. And I'll show you a video working on those. But I mean, it's just the most useful kinds of exercises because, for example, our 2-foot jump dunk, for example, is converting a sprint into a pull, into a clean, into a jerk. You're in the air now, dunk the ball, and then you dissipate that all from a squat landing. So we're practicing only really functional movements. We're being strong at them will allow us to be more explosive and, more importantly, more stable. So these things will reduce injury. The guy I'm training with today, his name is Mark. He's a good friend of mine, and the guy's pretty amazing to me. You'll see from the video that he really knows what he's talking about. This guy can clean, jerk 300 pounds, which is a lot, safely. The guy never has any kind of injury or anything like that. Has like a clinical research job, and he's going to apply to medical school. That's his route. And he's not really he doesn't play basketball anymore. All he does is these Olympic lifts 2 hours a day and has his 9-to-5 type desk job. But he still has a 35-inch vertical, which is enough to barely dunk as a 6-foot guy. But I mean, that's a way of saying, like, one, this is something I really want to incorporate into what we do at Energy Efficient Basketball, all the people around me and all the knowledge that I share. And two, if you only have 2 hours to train 6 days a week, you can still get to dunking. It's possible. I mean, if you want absurd balance, it's going to take more than that, but you don't even necessarily need to practice jumping. These are just good functional movements that are used in our sports, and having good form at this will improve our power but really just prevent injury. So with that said, the next clip is just unedited training with Mark, where he's introducing me to new concepts. I just started recording in the middle and my camera died late, but I hope you find it useful, and if it's just way too long to watch, that's totally reasonable. I'm going to have more videos where I try to explain what we're doing in this, and hopefully you see me getting way higher over the next month or so. It wouldn't surprise me if I do all the same things I'm doing but incorporate these Olympic lifts and mobility training. But that being said, let's check it out. I'm Travis, and we're checking out a workout with Mark K. Okay.
Alright, don't post this on Facebook though. I'm kidding. We can post the jump off of that, but you're gonna be so smart. Clean's really getting the bar for your hips, your shoulders, by again extending your hips. I guess using arms to like land, but really it's nothing but arms. I can catch the bar without holding on to it, but of course it's impossible. So there needs to be some way of like getting the bar in the right position. But, and I will warn you, I would get a barbell instead of a ball. It's very, very difficult to adapt because there's no weight to it really. So like you can't probably, you're gonna practice like I can't do it. Even I can't like get my shoulders through it. So that's a women's size bar. It's like about 10 pounds lighter. That first right there, yeah. So we have right there. there, is pretty good. With your arms and anything on your body, you can just, like, pull it. So, like, you can't really, you can practice, like, I can't do it. You can practice, like, I can't do it. You can practice, like, with your arms and anything on your body, not involved in movement. It's just, you're just pulling on the bar to, like, so, I mean, let's start with one of these. Let's take a step back. There's 3 parts to the first time. First part is the first pull, or the part where you get the bar from your ground to your hips. The whole purpose of that is just to get the bar in the right position to do your second pull, or explosive part, is different ways to call it. And then the third part is getting underneath. After you finish your second pull, the bar is accelerating upwards, then it's like a race to get underneath the bar. I'm sure that was like really get to like doing full cleans. Full clean, or simply just a clean, is where you actually like squat, you punch it, you know. A power clean is simply when you catch it above parallel. So like this is your normal power clean, right?
I noticed your feet are laying on the ground when you do this.
A little bit. And some people don't put their feet on. This is getting like
What kind of position do I get?
so you're getting kind of mixed out. I know, I told you it's like, so we keep kind of explaining things as I go on, you might kind of follow me. So, first things first, setting yourself on the body wise. Sure. It's a good first step, not bad. Not bad. So the first thing is, again, I was talking about your upper body. You want to keep yourself completely locked.
I realize I'm not even in this yet. I don't want to see it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So with your upper body, not ground bar or anything, just you always want to like set yourself. You always hear set themselves. That means setting your back, how your arms and locking them in place. It's really, they're not part of the movement, but you don't want them to compromise the movement. Not even like, well, I mean, I don't think it's worth like saying when I actually do this. If you want to be technical, yeah, I kind of like actually rotate my elbows outwards just because if I finish a pull, what it's going to do is as I finish you and you extend your hips, your body goes like this, right? And what do your elbows do? If they're pointed in, your arms bend like this. But if they're pointed out, your arms bend like this. It's all about keeping the bar close. You want everything to be in like the optimal position to A, go through as much power, and B, minimize like distance away from you. So if you have your elbows like kind of in, I guess externally rotating, then your elbows are going to bend like this when you finish your pull. If they're kind of locked more this way, when you finish, you're not going to bend them like this, but they're going to keep closer so it's easier to bend. That's kind of more technical.
That's something I'm thinking about because it seems to me that when I'm generating my upper body force with my tongue, which is similar to this, I let want the ball close, straight line. But in practice, I can't do that, and I do this instead. You know, I take a wide surfboard path. So I'm wondering, that's just something I'm thinking about.
Maybe mechanics from this can transfer over to that. So you want to set your back where you're like opening up your chest. And you want to think of like pinching. Think if someone put a pencil between your traps, and you want to like hold that pencil in place. So you want to like push your shoulders and your lats back and hold it there. Good. Then you want to have your arms kind of like, they're just cables really. All their purpose is just to not pull or anything down. Just really hard place. Pull, it's kind of a misnomer because you're not actually pulling the arm, you're extending your hips, but they just call it pull. So, you know, have your back fully set, and you don't want to lose that tension at all. So what you'll like trying to do, just because you might not have like the strength to like hold yourself with a weight, or it's just the flexibility might be an issue, but the whole thing you want to maintain that tension in your back. So it's not gonna, so you're not gonna like dip down and then like lose that tension. You want to maintain it all the way through. And then when you finish your pull, you want to keep it, and then you obviously let go, just bar. So try to just stay on the leg. You don't have to bend anything. Just relax yourself and try to like pitch. That's like kind of the what you want. And even more so, like if you get more flexible, you really want to be tight there. But your arms are relaxed at the
Let's
same
go
time.
with that I'm overextending. I love that.
Okay. Then that's probably the best thing. Yeah, you don't want to like extend this. But you want to like keep yourself tight here, but your hips neutral. So this is with your arms, and also
Still don't understand the motion. What am I doing from here?
here you're simply. I hate saying this because I don't want to start off. I don't want to start you off like that, but it really is just like a jump and a catch. More or less, that's the concept. So just maybe help just watch me go.
Well, you're just going from like this. I'm expecting to see you do some. It looks like you're just going. So are you like doing this before?
So we're doing it. Everything's simply, in my mind, I'm thinking this is like nothing in my upper body is on right now. All I'm thinking about is just like kind of really extending myself. It's simply, and again, you practice this way just to like kind of get the basics of it. You practice actually like jumping, catching.
Yeah.
But as you get better, like actually jumping, like moving around, because that's time in the air.
Also, there's that back. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So practice for yourself, at least like you don't have to like go airborne like that, but yeah. Practice the. It's part of it's. You can probably handle it, but again, I would start with just a barbell. The more weight you have, the easier it is for yourself. And without weight, it's hard to like practice wrapping it correctly. But for now, more importantly, focus on just this part. Don't worry about catching either.
You know something I noticed actually? I was actually thinking I was looking at cleans like maybe even last night. I saw some people doing real heavy weight, and they were leaving the ground, and then they were landing duck. Because
Landing duck?
yeah. Well, like this. Because once you're off the ground, you can't. You're landing. It's probably hard to reestablish that external rotation.
Let me show you a video myself. Tell me maybe this is what you were saying.
I'm saying like okay.
And was this like a professional, or is it just like football players? What kind of personal
I
activity?
don't know. Some kind of Olympic lift, one of these.
Yeah.
Not that many thumbs down. So lots of
Lots
of weight.
Good. Okay. That's good shit.
We usually just look at the thumbs down.
I know. Or the comments like, go hard.
You had a wheelchair, bro.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so you put the bar down. So this is an example like in front of you. So what I basically do is here I set my back and everything and lower myself in the position to lift the bar.
That looks super fun.
It is, I promise. It's
So you
like,
go from there to over your head.
yeah, so
What do you call that?
that's a jerk. And that is honestly that is the most explosive part of weightlifting.
You can set in your drip also.
So here's an example. This was actually a PR for me the other day, so this is like 250 pounds.
I've seen videos of the bar coming flying off and shit when you were missing. And that was scaring me like a while back.
Flying off the
There's some video where you were like, you weren't successfully doing it.
Oh! I'll tell you what, man. There is
That's
very.
scary.
It looks scary, I promise you. It's completely. Like, there's very little likelihood that, like, you could hurt yourself if you know what you're doing. It's probably this, right?
Yeah, I remember this one.
I promise it's very,
If
very
it goes
hard.
over, that's scary.
It's very hard to like hurt yourself with like the bar landing on you. Like people get at like
It's
this
more
conception.
about if it goes over, your bones get
But honestly, so I would never hold on. When you start out, you want to practice like obviously like missing the right way. But like if I miss behind, I'm gonna drop these because these plates.
Oh,
should be up, but you just be careful. But hold on to
That's 35 pounds. Like nothing go wrong.
hopefully not.
So, I don't know.
Probably should have feet on. From now on, always have your feet closer together. Yeah.
Like this.
And-
So I'm sure from a sense like more like this, yeah.
And you're actually, I mean, if you're talking about starting from the ground, you want to be upright. You don't want to like be from here, right? You want to kind of be
Okay.
here, so.
Like this.
But even a lot more. That part, again, setting up is difficult too. It requires you to be flexible to like get in a proper starting position. But the jerk is, like I said, that by far is the most powerful part. And that, again, is 0% up by arm. All in your chest, right?
So, all about body stabilization, you know?
Absolutely. But I'm talking about just getting the bar above is strictly all the power generating your hips.
So
Maybe it's like
go ahead and split them now, huh?
there's different ways to do it. There's like there's different variations. There's like the power jerk, which is like you jerk and kind of stay in place, or the split jerk, where you actually not having to do that. Or if you're super flexible, not hot, you're flexible enough to do a squat jerk, where
Yeah, so
you go all the way down. That requires so. I don't really care about everything in life too much. But
I don't know, that looks crazy for me. Squat is crazy for me.
that's like it's funny because it's like a joke that like if you can achieve that like you like conquer with like that's sexy. It's like ultimate thing. It's like so hard. It's like to like handle that much weight and that difficult of a position to achieve is just impossible to happen. But I mean I would like shit on the jerk because that probably has more carryover in terms of just like raw explosiveness than maybe clean does because again it's strictly all what you're doing is you're just like jumping the bar up, right? Yeah. That's probably the most funny to see. That's the most difficult to get right. Yeah. So you don't really just use your hips already to hit the bar.
Someone landed a jump shot actually. Someone landed a jump shot. So I don't know why.
Maybe it'll be that way too. Your shoulder flexibility is not bad. It's pretty good. Work on it, but it's not a bad start. Always practice having your arms locked out and try to finish above your ears. So you don't want to like finish up here. Yeah. Oh, and you can totally let go of like your let go grip. So the way to grip the bar is called hook grip.
Okay.
There's a clean grip, which is simply having your thumb over your fingers like you normally would grip something. But you need to learn this will be really painful at first, but you'll never be affected by it. It's called a hook grip. What it does is like it more so helps you. It more so prevents you from using your arms in the lift. But what we want to grip the bar is have your thumb tucked under first, and then these two fingers gripping it. So it's like I'm going like this. That's it.
Okay,
That's what you do.
No.
Oh, but that's how it should be. Yeah, and you should feel it's like more secure, but it probably hurt your thumbs a little bit. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, just like tuck underneath your fingers, so it's like this. And they kind of like keep really a lot of tension in the grip, but like relax your arm at the same time. If that makes sense. Let's just practice one at a time. There's a lot going on there. So, okay, with 0, 0 for volume. That's really polygraphs. Everyone does this start. They get the impression that it's like, you know, you maybe sit here and like finish by pulling or like sharpen yourself, your traps, like really it's pulling on that element. You're doing your arms again. It's just holding the bar in place, letting the bar come up with your hip extension, and then you're catching it by getting your elbows through the bar, right? Or right your shoulders up to the bar. So, what you'll see like a lot of beginners do is like what looks like a reverse curl, where they kind of like do this. You're yeah, everyone does this because it's what you kind of instinctively do. Right. Remember how I was alluding to earlier, like the way, and this is again getting more technical, so you don't have to work on it now, but even very seasoned lifters, but not necessarily like, you know, high level lifters, don't properly like their elbows pointed out. So when they finish their pull, like they're still going like this, and even though it's not going to be like you're doing or like this far away, when you get to like really the weights, you know, it has to be really precise. So the difference between keeping the bar this close or like this close is the difference between making the lift and not making the lift. But again, that's something that's more technical. We don't have to worry about too much right now. But if you still want to start off with the proper mechanics, try practicing and having a couple of seven footage. Almost like you try to break the bar this way. They aren't going to stay on it.
Ready to go this way.
Yeah. So kind of like, I guess, yeah, I guess it is. You have to like pointing more to the side rather than like back. Because remember, if you're pointing back and like this, or pointing this, or this. But when you finish, it should more naturally come up like this. Again, rather than like this. Here we go. So practice almost like trying to like touch your chin like this. That's almost how the bar should come. It's obviously not going to, but more or less, it should be just totally exaggerated, but it should kind of, you know.
Something that I used to was like those 30 pound dumbbells I have for docking.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also doing them like for a random run.
I think there's the answer. Do you think it helps? Yeah. Thanks. Let's carry on this out. So, this.
That's where we were. We got
Bar, grip, square back, be tight. I always want to point out, remember, this position is to begin, just to show you this way, practice having the bar at your hips kind of like right here, and like just practice jumping. And also another thing, remember, like you're letting go of that grip as the bar's coming up. Like,
Are you exaggerating that impact?
yeah, because you're not in real life, right? Like do this,
Yeah, I mean,
but you're
that's damage.
you're gonna same motion, but you're not gonna like actually get everywhere. But I think for at least getting the mechanics down, it's good to
We're exaggerating this.
I don't know, we try see how it feels, but I think
You do this.
we try once to see how it feels, but
So, we're starting from like here.
well, that's
And
not
put it here.
not horrible, man, not horrible. good first thing about our video. So,
I'm gonna try going up.
not bad.
How do you get this shit down? You drop it.
Yeah, like that was very good. I mean,
You go all the way, you drop it.
no, you can drop them anyway, but just not these particular places because they're made of like this weird shit plastic that like snap if you dropped it. But like any other way, he doesn't look like that's why I have this one, but any other way, just
Also, you got the lower one, too.
well, here's how if you have any weight, you don't want to drop it. Let's say I'm doing like multiple jerks and I have like a lot of weight on. What you do is you kind of like you brace yourself and you meet the bar and kind of ride it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like from here to
It's like a land then, is what it is.
Right. Right. So you're not gonna like drop yourself like this and you're like kill yourself. But what you do is you kind of like you'll see guys with like 400 pounds with a head. What they're doing is like keeping tension in the arms a little bit, but kind of letting them go, letting the bar fall a little bit, and then kind of like catching it in landing stance. That way, all the impact goes to your hips and legs. How that bar is again. One way to practice is just simply keep yourself over. Always keep your back tight, not overextend your lower back, but keep your upper back tight, and forward. Actually, that way,
Oh, see, I'm not good in this extension.
and that's not much more right.
Yeah, so it's my wrist going. When I get it.
Oh, and let go of the booster. Yeah. Just like that. You wasn't
How do I finish man?
What do you mean finish?
What was my grip up top? Am I going this way?
Just like you have it, like kind of just finish with the bar, kind of like resting.
No, I'm finishing like this.
And you want the bar to kind of be comfortably resting, so just right here. Keep like that, yeah. Is that where your wrist or is it okay? Okay, good. Okay, instead of, I want you to do this. Practice doing some, do you know what rows are?
What is that?
Rows is when you like, lift bar, practice without even doing anything with your body, just at least get the bar packed down. Practice just lifting up your chin. By putting your arms like that spine there. Just, practice lifting up your chin. Keeping it there, That's the way the bar will travel when it's coming up. You see how you're keeping the bar close? That's exactly what you're talking about.
How's that better?
So, you want to include like that motion you're not pulling the bar when you're actually moving, but you want to like let the bar travel that way by bending arms like that, round over. And for now, let's start with this. How about this?
I want to improve my upper body flexibility also. That is wrist and just staying in this position.
We're good there. And always, you want to like let go of your. I mean, if you're flexible, I could like keep my arms completely locked.
Even like fingertips, it's like pretty much the stretch.
Yeah.
I feel it in my wrist. It doesn't mean that's the source of the tightness.
Exactly. But what we could do is also just like roll out your lats and stuff and roll out like this here, just open it up a little bit more. But always when you catch it, at least practice, letting go of your grip. Like, you don't hold it here, but then you practice letting go of your
Oh, yeah. Just like this.
or just like this. But then that's kind of instilling like the habit of letting it actually go. I don't know how beneficial that would be, but again, watch me a couple times and just kind of like visualize yourself doing this. You're doing it again. Just keeping your arms relaxed. That was kind of pointed out. Extend. And I should show you how you should let go because like I don't because I have the flexibility to like catch it, but